Friends, good afternoon. I am going to share with you an important case law from the syllabus of Advocate or Court Examination of the Supreme Court of India. The title of the case is IR Coelho versus State of Tamil Nadu 2007. Before I explore the subject and go deep into the case law, I will advise you to grab a cup of coffee or tea and let us settle in to uncover. Let it get started. So I am going through the case law, why the need arose, what are the issues. This case, IR Coelho versus State of Tamil Nadu 2007, is a significant Supreme Court decision that dealt with the scope and interpretation of the ninth schedule of the Indian Constitution, particularly in relation to the judicial review of laws placed in it. Under Article 31, capital B, laws placed in the ninth schedule are protected from judicial review, even if they violate fundamental rights. The question in this case was whether laws placed in the ninth schedule could be challenged on the ground that they violated the basic structure of the Constitution and whether judicial review could apply to such laws. Now, going to the fact of the case arose from a challenge to the constitutionality of certain amendments made to the Tamil Nadu Urban Land Sealing and Regulation Act 1978, which had been placed in the ninth schedule of the Constitution of India. The petitioners contended that the laws in question violated their fundamental rights granted under Part 3 of the Constitution, especially Article 14, that is right to equality, and Article 90, freedom of speech and expression. So the key issues which came after discussion, which the court was to decide, are whether laws placed in the ninth schedule can be examined by courts for compliance with the basic structure doctrine. Second was the scope of judicial review of laws included in the ninth schedule, particularly in the context of fundamental rights and basic structure of the Constitution. So the Supreme Court gave ruling. What the ruling says, why this case became landmark judgment. So I am going through that. Honorable Supreme Court ruled that judicial review of the ninth scheduled laws held that laws placed in the ninth schedule are not entirely immune from judicial review. The court observed that while the ninth schedule provides protection from judicial review under Article 31B, this protection does not extend to laws that violate the basic structure doctrine of the Constitution. So, from where the basic structure doctrine, in brief para, I am also going through that. The court reaffirmed the basic structure doctrine which was laid down in Keshwananda Bharati versus State of Kerala. This case is of 1973. According to this doctrine, certain fundamental features of the Constitution, just as democracy, federalism, separation of power, rule of law, cannot be amended or altered even by Parliament. The court ruled that laws that are placed in the ninth schedule can be reviewed by the judiciary if they violate the basic structure of the Constitution. Then impact on fundamental rights. The judgment clarified that laws placed in the ninth schedule, even if they concern matters of land reform or social welfare, must be consistent with the fundamental rights and basic structure of the Constitution. If any law violates these core principles, it can be struck down by the judiciary. So, what things are coming out from this? We can say what are the key takeovers from this judgment. First one is ninth schedule and judicial review. What is the correlation? Which one controls other? Or how the harmonious construction can be done? The court ruled that laws placed in the ninth schedule are not beyond the reach of judicial review, especially if they violate the basic structure of the Constitution. The protection from judicial review under Article 31V of the Constitution does not extend to laws that infringe upon the fundamental rights granted under the Constitution. Then the key takeover was basic structure doctrine. This court reinforced the doctrine that Parliament cannot amend the Constitution in a way that it alters its basic structure, and laws that are inconsistent with the basic structure can be struck down even if they are included in the ninth schedule. Third one was reaffirmation of fundamental rights. The court upheld the supremacy of fundamental rights and ruled that the laws that violate these rights cannot be protected simply because they are placed in the ninth schedule. So, overall impact of the case is this judgment, that is IR Coelho versus State of Tamil Nadu, was a significant development in Indian constitution law, as it limited the power of the parliament to place any law in the ninth schedule and exempt it from judicial review. It ensured that laws in the ninth schedule are still subject to judicial scrutiny, especially if they infringe upon the basic structure of the Constitution. The case highlighted the balance between amending power of Parliament and judicial oversight necessary to preserve the core principles of the Constitution. The ruling ensured that even laws aimed at social reform cannot violate fundamental rights or the basic structure of the Constitution without being subjected to judicial review. So this was overall about this case law. Thank you for watching. See you again. Hope you are enjoying videos and liking it and subscribing to my channel. Wish you a good day.